Hey, what's going on, you guys? Welcome you guys to the channel. It's your boy Big Dog. It's another One Take Podcast. It is Monday, June 29th. I want to say or 28th. It's one of them. It's 28th or 29th. Y'all know I'm terrible with the days. I definitely think it's the 29th though. Nonetheless, I got a pretty good podcast for you guys today. It's only your boy. Listen, Legit, Prime, Angelo, those guys have real jobs. Those guys, two of them have a wife and kids. So, you know what I'm saying? This is pretty much what I do. So, of course I'm going to have more free time than them. But, since we took off last week for personal reasons, I said, I guess I'm just going to shoot the shit with them this week by myself. So I hope I'm entertaining enough for you guys. Hope you guys enjoy the show. But I got a couple good things I'm talking about. A couple things I probably missed because it's just like you've been stacking up through the weeks. You know what I'm saying? Because I know like I'm covering the stuff that we didn't cover last week. A couple things I'm not gonna talk about because I wanted to talk about with them. So I guess we'll just get to that whenever we get the chance to. But the first thing I want to talk about is the Dave Chappelle comedy special, which definitely isn't a comedy special. I think it's definitely just a Dave Chappelle special. Felt like a Dave Chappelle sermon. If I'm being honest, Dave Chappelle I think is one of the honestly, well, I think everybody can probably consider one of the greatest comedians of all time. I loved his last Netflix special, not this one, but the one before that. It's nothing like and I'm not saying that I didn't like this one. It's just I thought the one before this one was like hilarious and like it said a lot of things. I'm just like, oh, this guy really just like letting loose in a way that is funny. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't necessarily offend anybody. But this 846. Everything he said in it is definitely true and definitely makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And because I've taken a break from social media, so I haven't really been on. I barely know what's going on. If it's not something that's on my subscription page, I typically don't even watch it on YouTube. Okay, so I have barely any idea what's happening in the world. It's just like sometimes you just need to sit back and take a break from certain things. So the whole George Floyd thing, it happened the week I got off social media. So I didn't know too much about it. So me hearing the fact that this cop kneeled on this guy, I've seen images, you know what I'm saying, of the cop kneeling on his neck, but like that's it. I haven't watched the video. I didn't see the video of the guy before him. Like it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? So it's just been one of those things. So just to hear all of this and then him basically tell about everything else that's been happening and things that happened before that I didn't know nothing about, like the cop who ends up killing the other cops and they end up pulling up on like everything. I'm like, yo, Dave Chappelle telling me a lot of shit I didn't know. I was expecting to come to this joint and just watch this joint and laugh, like, but it's not funny. Like, it's just but it's just real and raw. There are like 4 moments where you probably chuckle or like, you know what I'm saying, giggle or something, but for the most part, none of that. It's just straight up, yo, this is fucked up shit. And he just basically goes through like stories, shit what happened to Kobe and so many other different things. You just like, damn, Dave really letting loose. What a, like, he said, yo, he's like, I know this is probably not funny to you guys. I got some pussy jokes. I was like, and just drop one of them in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was just like, yo, I was watching it while I was like folding clothes and shit, and I just had it on the TV or whatever. I'm just like, fucking Dave ain't bullshit. Like, but it was good though. I think it was just like shit that people need to hear. My only question though, my biggest probably question about that whole thing is like, did those people pay to go to that? Because if I'm being honest, I'm keeping it a buck, keeping it a buck 50 with y'all, a buck 60 really. If I was going to see Dave Chappelle and that's all I got, I would be like, could have went to church Sunday. I could have went to church, Dave. You know what I'm saying? Put like $5 in the offering thing. It probably would have cost me less. Or he could have just been like, hey, testing some new materials, or maybe even came back out on stage and like actually did a whole thing. You know, who I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that. And that might have just been the only part that they wanted to put on Netflix, which is good. You know what I'm saying? The world is kind of like in shambles. People are, I don't know, becoming more aware, which is always been fucking insane to me. It's like you guys, like you people honestly realize, just not realizing this shit has been happening. Like, were you guys not paying attention the other 5 million times? Granted, it didn't 5 million might be a stretch, but then again, it might not. But like all the other times, y'all was like, yeah, maybe, yeah, it's just like, yeah, it's not nothing. That's just always been my thing, and like it's crazy to me. I'm just like, yo, why the fuck, like people like don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just me. But I thought, like I said, I thought it was good and entertaining. Didn't expect it, but you know. What else been happening in the world? Crazy. You know, it's just I don't even know how to segue. Like, that's probably not what I should have started with. That's more than likely probably what I should have ended with. Okay, you see how things are already fucked up on a day like this. But next time we're gonna get into, like, I guess is Margot Robbie being cast in Pirates of the Caribbean, replacing Johnny Depp. Yeah, I told you it was a bad transition. What can I say? How do you go from a black man being murdered in front of the entire world to a lady replacing a guy who used to supposedly beat his wife, but found out he was the one actually being beaten, and he's a lovable character being replaced? Like, God, you can't. It's no easy way to do that, okay? Don't give a damn who got the fucking mic in their hand. There's no fucking easy way to do it. But apparently, some people aren't happy about Margot Robbie in this role. Me, I love Margot Robbie. I've literally seen every movie she's been in, even that terrible Terminal movie on Hulu. Which, I'm sorry, I love you, Margot, but that movie is ass. But yeah, she's gonna be the new lead in Pirates of the Caribbean because, in my opinion, like, why not? I mean, fucking Jack Sparrow's time is over. Like, those movies definitely declined in quality as they went. So it's time to, like, hey man, do something different. People like act like they still just going in droves. Granted, he has a huge fan base for that shit, but like, the fact of the matter is, like, I'm not tripping. It doesn't bother me at all. I'm just like, oh, okay. He's out, she's in. I mean, he's dealing with so much shit, and I'm like, why not? You know, give it to Margot. She's great, entertaining. She's a terrific Harley Quinn. Loved in Focus. Loved in what's the damn movie? Her, Charlize Theron, Nicole Kidman. Fucking name about the Fox people, dude. John Lithgow played the old perv who's a piece of shit. Fuck. Bombshell. Yeah, she was great. Like, she's been good in anything. She's like a good person. I don't know a person that should be like asshole in real life, but like, you know what I'm saying? Is it really that big? Don't get me wrong. Jack Sparrow is one of the most iconic characters in all the films, but he got what, 5, 6 movies? Fuck out of here, man. I said it. I don't care. People might get mad. Like, no. And of course, they would want a female lead right now. Just the way, you know what I'm saying, the ties are like shifting and stuff, which I think is great, and she's a great person to lead. I kind of wish they would have. You know what I'm saying? I wish they would have did something different where it would have been like maybe 2 of them, like 2 leads, you know what I'm saying? Not just her. It would have been like her and her sister, Avanche, or some shit like that. I don't know. Get her and somebody else, you know what I'm saying? like the one lead thing is kind of like, I think the two lead role would have been better. Like, hey, they'd have been like pirates, and maybe one of them like the pirate life and the other one don't, and I don't know, some shit. I don't know, man. Disney ain't paying attention to what the fuck I'm saying. I ain't watching this podcast, but I ain't mad at it. But like, yeah, I'm cool with Margot Robbie jumping in Pirates of the Caribbean. On to something different. Who was also in Bombshell, Charlize Theron, has a new film coming out on Netflix called The Old Guard in July 10th, I want to say. But like, she was like doing some press and stuff, and she was talking about Hancock 2. Man, they were talking about a sequel. They wasn't talking about a recent sequel, but they were talking about more closer to like when Hancock actually was released. But she actually came out and said that she would be down to do a sequel to it in a heartbeat. And if you know me, you know I love Will Smith, okay? It's no secret. Everybody on the fucking planet knows I love Will Smith. It's my hero. And I really, really like Hancock. And I asked a question like on my channel, like it was months ago. It was this year, but a few months ago. I was just like, do anybody want to see a Hancock sequel? Granted, their response wasn't that, you know what I'm saying, well received. A lot of people said no. But I don't give a shit. Like, bring those two back for a Hancock sequel, which I think you can do a lot more stuff with that. One, Hancock is now a full-blown superhero. We all know Charlize Theron's character is like just chilling with her husband, woo-to-woo, but she still has her power. You can it's said that they were the last two, but once you like introduce that whole thing that like they're there, you can have somebody else different come in and be like, hey, if we kill them, we get to live longer. Anything like just, and it's simple storytelling. You know what I'm saying? It's not really that complex, but at the same time, it's like that's not really what Hancock was about. It was more or less about like the comedy and shit like that. You sprinkle a little heart in there, a little through line with a little heart. You got yourself a fucking movie with Will Smith and Charlize Theron again. Like, come on, man. I think it's the perfect time, especially with the climate of like superhero movies right now. There's a lot of fucking shit you can do with it. Like, Hancock, like a dude head up another guy's ass. Like, there's more comedy you can do with this character, And like, I don't know. That's just me. One of the biggest things that came out this week that still fucking blows my mind, if I'm being honest, is Michael Keaton returning as Batman. Yeah. Now, Michael Keaton's Batman is a lot of people's favorite. It's their Batman, okay? Batman 1989, a lot of people back. Tim Burton, woo did their thing. Jack Nicholson, Joker, everybody, a lot of people love him. I am a Batman fan, clearly. You know what I'm saying? It's clear that I'm a Batman fan. Didn't love Michael Keaton Batman. Didn't hate it. And I have nothing against it. It's just I was kind of like, alright. I truly was like, alright. I honestly, this is like, honestly, like, this so disrespectful for me to say, but it is what it is. I enjoy Batman and Robin more than I do Batman 1989. Maybe because it was just like the wackiness and I just didn't like Michael Keaton's Batman. Never felt like a threat to me. Like, it's not just him. There's no Batman / Bruce Wayne combo that I've seen that I've just been like, yeah, that's my Batman. The only one I've like is probably like the animated Batmans. That's the only one. Like the DC animated films that have been going on, that Batman and Batman, the animated series Batman. Those, like, the Kevin Conroy. That's it. Like, I've never had a live action Batman / Bruce Wayne combination that I just like, that's my definitive Batman. So even Christian Bale's, much as those great as those films are, I thought his Batman and his Bruce Wayne was just kind of like, man, all right. Ben Affleck, I thought he had potential, and then, well, we see where that went. He was Like, he definitely gave me the vibe. It's just we saw what happened to him in Justice League. Okay, that was he went from like, oh, this guy definitely got what it takes to. But Michael Keaton is Batman, returning as Batman, so and he's going to be in Flashpoint or The Flash or he. From the article I read on Deadline today, it said he's returning as a Nick Fury type Batman. Which, honest to God, makes no fucking sense to me, man. I honestly don't even understand what that means. Considering the fact that, okay, so apparently that stuff is canon, right? It says it ends with Batman Returns, which is the sequel to Batman Begins, which came out in 1992. So that's ignoring Batman Forever and Batman and Robin. Cool, I'll take that. But considering the fact that Ezra Miller's Flash is in the same universe with Bruce Wayne. I mean, not Bruce Wayne, Ben Affleck. Where the fuck does Michael Keaton Batman come into play? Where does Robert Pattinson Batman come into play? It's dope. I just don't understand it. Not only are we playing with the multiverse, which is fine. I've always like DC's multiverse has always been one of the most interesting parts of like the DC universe. But like we've been dealing with the multiverse and time travel with Flashpoint. So do you think that's not going to be super fucking complicated? And how the hell does Michael Keaton's Batman play a Nick Fury type role? I think that might have been the worst like comparison. Maybe you just gave him just like a mentor type role. But at the same time, I'm still wondering how does he play a mentor to a person who's in a completely different timeline, a multiverse. You see what the fuck he's doing? I don't even. It's confusing as fuck. I get legit confusing as fuck. I don't even, bro. So, okay, now let's continue to go. Let's go further. Let's dive even deeper into this shit. What they could have done, and would have been the easiest thing to do, is get Michael Keaton to play older Batman, and they do a Batman Beyond film, which I heard there's talks about, but I haven't heard anything official yet. This reports for the Michael Keaton Return as Batman is official. Granted, he has not signed on, but they're in talks. But I don't the whole Batman Beyond stuff is just a rumor, so I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's real about that. But that's the best way to bring it back. Granted, I think old grizzled Michael Keaton would definitely be a good Bruce Wayne, even though I definitely 100% think that old Bruce Wayne or Ben Affleck played the best version of an old Bruce Wayne, and he would have been the perfect version for a Batman Beyond, because he was all kind of already old and like grumpy, not super old, but he just had that grumpiness, the Dark Knight Returns type, you know what I'm saying, vibe to him. So he would have probably been the best one. But Michael Keaton's a great choice as well. And I don't like who would I want to play Terry McGinnis? This sounds so fucking stupid, but if anybody, like, granted, I know it's not possible, but I would love Tom Holland to play fucking Terry McGinnis. Yeah, he can put, or fucking Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf would kill that shit. Man, Shia LaBeouf's older, but he still can he can still pull out the younger look. So yeah, definitely Shia LaBeouf. I just don't really know. I know a lot of people might say Timothée Chalamet. I have to actually see him in Dune first, see how he does. Actually, because I've only seen him in like serious dramas and shit like that. So I want to see him in Dune first before I see. Because I don't like the whole action and stuff. I think he's a great and fucking terrific actor, but like the whole action stuff. Some people, it just like a lot of people are great actors. Just certain action shit just doesn't work for them. You know what I'm saying? I can name a couple people, but I'm not going to. Or like There's a few people I think can play Terry McGinnis, or the kid from Never Have I Never Have I Ever. He was also just recently an Agents of Shit. I can't think of his damn name. The love interest, that kid, like he would be a good Terry McGinnis. Grant Allen. Once again, I don't know. I've only seen him in 2 shows. It was good in him, you know. You don't really know how far he can go, but like, just as far as looks alone, he definitely look like a good Terry McGinnis. I mean, Terry McGinnis. Am I saying his name? Well, I'm pretty sure I am. If I'm not, fuck it. It is what it is. Yeah, and it was crazy to see. This is another weird segue, bro, because there's a couple things that got on here. We got the Snyder Cut teaser, which I actually have a trailer reaction for. This is why it's weird doing it by myself, because these are stuff, those guys don't have YouTube channels, so everything I get to hear about a lot of stuff that's happening is from their point of view, and I just, you know, they basically comment on it, just because it's all shit I done talked about already. But the voice of Cleveland from Family Guy stepping down. I can't think of it. I don't got the actor's name in front of me, but like, he says black characters should be voiced by black actors, and which I'm kind of like, yeah, it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I just be duh. You know what I'm saying? But then I think like, what about when you dub an anime? Those characters clearly aren't white. They're Asian or Japanese. Oh, that's definitely Asian. Oh my. I might need to take that out. I sound like a dumbass. But like, no, the characters, I'll keep it here. I fucked up. But like, those characters are Asian. But they're being voiced by white people or black people. So it's like, is that insulting? No. I don't think so. Like, man, it's a difference. It's clearly a fucking difference. Don't get me wrong. It's just like, you did it 20 years already, brother. You didn't think this when you first took the job? Like, and there's other people stepping down like, oh, I think people from other ethnicities. Now, when I hear Cleveland voice next time, and I'm like, that's not fucking Cleveland, bro. What? It's like, now I hate to bring up the whole anime dub and shit, but I've watched anime where it was dubbed one way. And I watched, like, for perfect example, Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched it, all 112 episodes dubbed. Then they had a movie come out. I forgot what's the name of the movie, but I watched the dub on the movie. And it was dubbed by different people. Different people dubbed it, and so the characters had different voices. Hated it. Like, it threw me off. And like, I had never watched it subs, but I'm just like, okay, I'm better off watching the sub, because like just the dub kind of like bothers me, because this is not these characters. Every time I hear them talking, I'm like, that's just not how you supposed to fucking sound. So now I'm thinking like, I get people trying to go back and like make up for their mistakes. I understand that, but like sometimes it's kind of like, it's done, okay? That's it. It's fucking done. I kind of just wish it just kept going forward and just like letting it do what it do. Cause now I'm gonna hear Cleveland and be like, what the fuck? This is not Cleveland. I don't know who the fuck this is. I don't give a fuck who the hell you get the voice from. It's just like, who is this guy, man? Like, this is weird to me. I don't know. But staying in the realm of cartoons, apparently SpongeBob's gay, which not a big fucking shocker if I'm being honest. Like, there's no way anybody watched SpongeBob and thought like, oh yeah, this guy got some hoes. No, like of course he was gay. Like, you know, like, I think it's kind of been like just like a known thing. Like, this one, I never had a love interest. Did we remember the episode when he took Per to prom or whatever, the fucking dance, whatever the hell that shit was? He was the flamboyant friend. Like, like, come on now. Like, it's just, to me, it's like, oh, they're announcing it now. Okay, why are they announcing it now? What? it felt like it seems like pandering to me, and which I fucking hate. Like I fucking hate like people's gotta seem like they pandering and shit. And like y'all ain't actually caring. I just seem like this is the perfect opportunity. We just jump in on it. This shit seemed like bullshit to me. That's just me personal. I don't be like believing people their authenticity. Shit don't be authentic. Shit don't be authentic to me, bro. So I was just like, all right, well, yeah, of course, okay. Of course, y'all was decide now is the perfect time to like talk about these games. Just like y'all ain't shit. Y'all ain't. This shit ain't genuine. This shit ain't really about. You know what I'm saying? The whole community and everything ain't fuck about that. It's just people want to do some shit, bro. That's just my personal opinion. I can be totally wrong. You know what I'm saying? This could have been like a masterful plan to put this out there at the right time. You know what I'm saying? They could have the biggest effect and have the biggest, you know what I'm saying? I don't fucking know, but in my opinion, I just feel like it's some fucking pandering and shit like that, bro. What sucks, I don't have a random question. Let me tell you what I will do. I'm just gonna talk while I look up a random question. I'm typing a random question on Google and see what the fuck pop up. But I have been. Oh no! Before I do that, I watched. I just finished Harley Quinn season 2. Yep, just finished Harley Quinn season 2. If you like the first season, you're definitely gonna like this second season. It's more of the same. I think the story's a little bit better. She's trying to take out a lot of the big shot villains: Riddler, Two-Face, Penguin, Mr. Freeze. You know what I'm saying? She dealt with the Joker, and we get to see everything that's going on with him this season. Just like, hey, Harley definitely came into her own. She's a boss. You know what I'm saying? And like she's having some complications with her relationship with Ivy, who's engaged to Kite Man, which still was one of my favorite parts of the show until, well, if you've seen the end of the season, Harley and Ivy get together, which it makes sense. You know, of course they get together. Okay, they've had relationships. Oh, they have relationships in the comics, so why not? Okay, I get it. Okay, let's do everything that happens. They do everything that happens in the comics. Okay, let's just do that. All right. That's what we all want, right? We comic book readers. That's what we always like. We want to do what good happens in the comic. I feel sorry for my boy Kite Man because I really feel like he loved him. My boy Kite Man was kind of like an average. He was an average Joe. You know, he had a fucking kite. He had nothing going for himself except for Ivy. That was the best thing he had going for himself. He had Ivy. He had a fucking kite. So that shit fell through. I was just kind of like disappointed. It's like sad for my boy Kite Man. Man, he low key could have pushed forward, but he just knew like, yeah, you don't really want me. You want this crazy motherfucker. I was just like, oh well. You don't want to be with nobody who don't actually want you, so like cool. I like I said, me personally, I can't. I think the show's great. Like in this writing, everything. I think the show is fucking fantastic. I'm just not a huge fan. I like the show. Like it's one of those things where it's just like you see a movie where you just like acting was great, script was great, score, everything was great. It's just I kind of don't care though. It was good. It's just it's good. Just not something that I care about. And I think that's kind of how I am with the show. I think they had an episode where they had the two guys watching talking about what they wanted to watch, and you had the guy who had released the Snyder Cut shirt, which is funny now, considering the fact that they actually are releasing the Snyder Cut. That guy actually makes some fucking sense, it seems like. And they had the other guy who had The Last Jedi is not canon or some shit like that. And they talking about, hey man, I don't like the show. Harley Quinn, just a whole bunch of like heavy-handed women shit. I'm just watching the episode. I'm kind of like, that's probably you, big dog. It might be me. It's not even the fact that I don't like Harley Quinn. You know what I'm saying? She's one of my favorite characters. But I'm used to this Harley Quinn, and if I say that, it's probably like, oh, you used to a Harley Quinn that used to get abused by the Joker. Yes, yes, that's the one I was. Did I like she used to get abused? No. Was it good that she would get abused? No, but it was fun at the time. Technically, it wasn't just like, fuck. I still do some shit, huh? Probably so. I don't care. I really don't give a fuck. It's just like, yo, okay, this Harley Quinn is definitely different. Definitely outsmarting everybody and is able to do shit. It was like I'm just like for some reason I'm watching the show and I'm looking for logic in the show, which is the stupidest fucking shit I can possibly do, and it makes no sense. Like, why am I watching this cartoon in which it's about Harley Quinn and I'm looking for logic in a Harley Quinn show? That's when I realized I'm like, okay, it just I didn't want to. It just was happening. There was a moment where Jim Gordon was shooting at fucking parademons, and the bullets were bouncing off of him. A few moments later, Harley Quinn hits a fucking parademon with a bat and busts his fucking head, and I'm just like, but the bullets didn't work. Like, why can this work? And then Joker stabs one with like a crowbar, and I'm just like, but the bullets didn't work. I'm like, and then I'm thinking this, yet I'm watching the show kind of like, what does it fucking matter? Like, it's just it doesn't matter. Like, think about the whole everything you've seen in the show. Like, it's unorthodox. Like, why is this bothering me? And I'm just like, yeah, I could you just honestly have a problem. Like, maybe just something just embedded in my head. And I was just like, that's why I watched it all the way through. I watched season 2. I'm like, okay. And I just watched season 2 this week. I had already watched like the first episode of season 2 like a while back. I'm just gonna binge it, and because I knew the last episode came out this week, I'm just gonna binge it. It is what it is. So I was watching, and I'm just like, I don't get why this certain things just bother me so much. Like, I think I'm just like, am I sexist? I might be sexist. Or I just don't like seeing my favorite character get their fucking ass whooped all the time. Or look bad. Batman looks terrible. And I was just like, why would Batman? But then it's like, why would Batman be Batman in a Harley Quinn show? That's what somebody left that comment on my review of season 1. Like, if you have those characters as to what they normally are, this isn't a Harley Quinn show now. It's just basically just a regular DC show, which makes all the sense in the world. Like, I'm tripping over nothing. I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, I guess I am tripping over fucking nothing. Because it makes sense. I was like, I don't know, man. It's just fucking shit. Random question generator. That's crazy. Random question generator. Oh shit. So I wonder if it can actually be something worth. Is it more difficult to be successful in the modern world than it was in the past 10, 50, 100, or 1,000 years ago? The fuck? That's not a random question I was looking for. Listen, I'm black, so it was difficult for me regardless. I don't give a fuck what time zone I was in. 1,000 years ago, I think I might have been better off then, though. Definitely think I might have been better off then. 10 years ago, was it? Yeah, terrible. 50 years ago, terrible. 100 years ago, super terrible. 1,000 years ago, I take that. More difficult to be. I was more difficult to be. Yeah. I go back 1,000 years and try it from there. Man, no fucking AC though. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. I can't do without that AC, man. Ooh-wee. Ain't no AC, no heater, no good covers. Boy, them motherfuckers had a rub back in the day, dog. Man. Shit, all AC be going out. I be ready to kill a motherfucker. Just cause it be hot. You just go crazy when it's hot. You just lose your damn mind. So going back 1,000 years, yeah, I probably would have been a serial killer. Fuck that. The only time I kill people during the fucking song. This sounds terrible. This is gonna be on the internet forever. Oh man. I hope I was able to entertain you guys enough with what happened. Or I don't even know if this video going up. This is me by myself, and those guys literally just hit me up and say, "Hey man, we actually gonna still shoot today." So yeah, be on the lookout for the actual podcast. This was just me fucking off. Guys, let me know, shout out down in the comments. Comment on any of these subjects, man, down in the comments, man. Hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you guys are staying safe out there. I'll catch up with you guys later.